untitled.com. I'm going to cover some basic stuff for shooting, a little bit of stuff with Apple, and a little bit of stuff with PC. This is a loose run through for folks that shoot youth football and upload to Hudl. Please don't be too critical. Coaches vary and may want different content, so do your best to get them as much content as they can use. While shooting cuts, it's important to keep your file sizes and record lengths to a minimum. Record quality and settings will affect your file sizes. Computer specs will have a direct impact on how long it takes to render content, and internet upload speeds will affect how long it takes to upload. Now, shooting coaches cuts. Cameras vary, but it seems that it doesn't matter much as long as you have light. You will need extended battery packs, quality memory cards, and a decent tripod. Also, don't forget to bring a charger just in case. Most cameras record audio in addition to video, so try to be conscious of what could be picked up by the camera. Let folks in close proximity know you're recording and be diligent about it. You could upload it without audio, but sometimes you forget to do that. So it helps to make little title notes. Simply write any helpful info on a piece of paper and shoot it. This will make keeping track of content easier. Try to get a nice shot before they get set. Record and end as the play ends. It's nice when you can get the actual call. So look for the guy in the white hat if you see any flags on the field. It's good to get the score, just after they score, usually like halftime, and then again at like the end of the game. And it's also good to get a little bit of that last handshake so you know if the game's over. Now, how to upload on an Apple product. Log into Hudl and click on the Install Video Uploader. You can track that down in your downloads, and you click on it and try to download that to your desktop. That really helps to install it on your desktop. It just makes finding it easy. Now, before you begin uploading, make sure you have the proper login information and where you want the videos to go. Then plug your computer in and elevate it, because when it's going to get hot, so help it breathe better. Check your computer energy settings and make sure you're in high performance mode. This is also want to make sure your computer does not shut down if the display goes to sleep. Usually takes a while to upload, and you may fall asleep too. So it's important to check all your other applications and force quit them. This process may take a while, so make sure your computer's safe to be unattended. And just discussing the process of uploading from an Apple product. You go to where it's at. I usually transfer stuff to the desktop. Once it's on the desktop, I can track it. I find it, click on it. It doesn't have to finish. You'll see a list on the left there. You don't need to finish all that. Just as long as you get it started, you click next, and then you select where you want it to go, and it'll be encoding. Once it starts that process, it's begun encoding. So you select where you want it to go, hit next, and it'll start uploading. And you'll see a little icon in the lower right hand corner, and it'll say finish once it's done, and then take you back to the upload screen. That's a good place to be. Once you see that screen, it's time to just insert your media. Now, the Mercury app has a real easy order of operations. You start the app, and insert your memory card, and this is the best way to do it. Let the app encode the video, log into where you want it to go, hit next, and then it'll just highlight finish when it's done. I've encountered complications that I'll discuss resolutions for later. However, I find the Mercury app seems to be very good at getting content off a memory card. So if you can, transfer the content to a memory card or a thumb drive, force quit the app, and start over. Once the app's on, insert the memory card and let it do it automatically. Sometimes there are complications in uploading the files that are on your computer. If your recorder put text file or GPS into the record that shows up in between video files, you may have to remove these. The best way to do it is get into your Finder, the view options, get into the command, select some of the pertinent information, like you want to be able to sort it out by size and kind, and then you can drag those unwanted files to the trash or anywhere to get them out of there, and then try the upload process again. Now, to upload video content on a Windows device, you're going to want something with some decent specs, and if you're unsure, ask somebody. Helps to have a graphics card instead of just graphics on the processor, 4 more gigs of RAM, and a decent processor and enough storage on your hard drive. Tried some of the Windows tabs. It did not work. Now, some of this instruction may seem overwhelming. If you begin to feel dizzy or nauseous, these steps may not be necessary. However, they may be important to achieve uploading the content in an optimal time. So relax if you can't get all the updates or whatever. Make sure your device is plugged in and in a position where the cooling pad or elevated a little to allow airflow to cool it. Have the login info and where you want the content to go to, and then make sure your computer is in high performance mode. For Windows, it's important to check your updates and make sure you're up to date. You may not get all of them to install, but just do your best. In the performance settings, you go to your energy settings, you go to high performance mode, and this is also where you could probably check that it doesn't go to sleep in the event the screen goes to sleep. Now, if your computer has a graphics card, make sure that's up to date, and you can check the settings in there to make sure it's in high performance mode. And I believe this is where we go. Oh, before you start Mercury, it helps to end all your tasks. Go to the Task Manager. You can Control-Alt-Delete. Click on that little Task Manager icon there. And once you get to there, it'll show you what tasks are active. Just highlight them, select End Task, and then exit out of there and go back into that End Task screen and just make sure nothing else popped up. Log into your Hudl. If your Google Chrome's acting up, try something else. Try Firefox. I think it's Mozilla or Internet Explorer. Just that's stuff to be careful about. And then you got to be patient with Windows, because sometimes you'll double click on something and it doesn't show that it's going, so you'll have to wait a second. Once the app's installed, you can find it in several places. 8 and newer, you'll find it in your apps. You may see it in the lower corner. It looks just like it does on the Mac. You get to this screen, you slip in your hard disk or your disk or your thumb drive or whatever you got your content on, and then it'll just auto go. You select the steps. It's real easy. Now again, if there is a problem, the Mercury app is good at getting that content off the card. So get it on a card and then try it again. I hope this video helps you out. If you have any questions, the folks over at Hudl Support are friendly and will be happy to help you out. Check their hours. And to the coders, great job on your Mercury app.